All right, we're live. Let's do it. Outlaws of Alkenstar. Pathfinder 2. I've been doing drywall most of yesterday and today when I wasn't running 2 games yesterday and puncturing my fucking eardrum. And then, working all day today and then running the game tonight. But I've been doing a lot of drywall. To the blue collars out there, I mean, good stuff, guys, girls, people. Good stuff. I wouldn't want to do it every day. I did sheet metal for a little bit, and that was enough for me. That was enough for me. Hey, what's up, Nerdy Sakura? So I wanted to work on our levels that we had started on Saturday morning, but then we played Baldur's Gate 3 for 12 hours on Saturday, and then yesterday I did all those things and then said all those things. I didn't really have time. And I certainly don't want to spend the 50 minutes, the 45 minutes. Your brain hurts. I'm sorry. I don't want to spend 45 minutes today doing levels because I want to actually read the adventure and know what the hell we're doing today. So that's what we're going to do instead. Alrighty. So in high noon, we did start to make our levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab town locales and I'm going to export it. And then I'm going to bring it over here just in case I want some locations on the fly tonight. I don't think I'm going to need any, but you never know. It's good to have when you're running a city-based campaign, lots of places in the city to run the game. I've been struggling to write my Pathfinder 2e character story. Oh, man. Well, what's your... what are the deets? What's their background? What's their species? What's their class? I mean, what do you got? Let's see. Town locales. Import. Excellent. Okay. And then everybody here has their discount hats of disguise. That's cool. And then we need the adventure. Where the hell did I leave that adventure? I know it's around here somewhere. Here it is. Alright. Perfect. Oh, man. I'm so beat. I got plaster, like, in every part of my body. It's terrible. And the videos I watch on YouTube, they're like masters of the craft, obviously, or they wouldn't be making these tutorial videos on making drywall. And, like, they don't spill a drop. Their work area looks perfect. They're wielding this knife like it's a paintbrush. Oh, it's crazy. A willing host orphan, rogue kitsune tiefling, who looks humans and thinks she is, but her emotions will show who she truly is. Alright. If you don't mind, I will ask the magic robot to help you with that. I got nothing in my brain right now, but I'll ask the robot. Let's see. Okay, hold on. You are an expert at writing backstories for Pathfinder 2e characters. Okay. The campaign setting is Golarion. I think that's the name of it, right? Golarion. Wah. Hands so tired. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. The setting is Golarion. The character... we need a backstory for is a willing host, orphan, rogue, kitsune tiefling who looks human. Alright, let's see what it gives us. Here we go. Bam. Oh, can she see her dead parents? I don't know. The magic robot knows all and everything. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's got... Oh, it's still going. Holy shit. Look at this. It's just writing... Oh my god. There's like a novel about your character now. Wow. Okay. In the sprawling city of Absalom, nestled amidst the diverse landscapes of Galarian, a tale of paradoxical identity and inner struggle unfolds. Kada, a mysterious and enigmatic individual, stands at the crossroads of her dual nature as a kitsune tiefling. Raised as an orphan in the bustling alleys of the Coin District, her life is a unique blend of deception, survival, and the constant battle to reconcile her two distinct halves. Her journey began under the dim light of a crescent moon in the small hours before dawn. Man, this is good stuff. Nerdy Sakura, hit me up on Discord. I'll copy pasta it over to you. Dom, how am I feeling? I feel terrible. I didn't think that poking a hole in your eardrum would make you feel so bad. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. I'm also just like real run down. 12 hours of Baldur's Gate after waking up at 6 and then running a game and then immediately doing 12 hours of Baldur's Gate and then waking up and running a game and then doing drywall and punching out my eardrum and then running a game and then waking up at 6 a.m. and going to work all day and then coming home and doing more drywall, and now I'm sitting here. I don't feel so great, Dom. I feel pretty tired, man. Anyways, we got to get back to our prep, though. So if you want that amazing backstory that Robot just wrote, hit me up and I'll send it over to you. Okay, so we left off where these kids were robbing a bank. The kids are robbing a bank. So we need to set up all of their miniatures so that they have shifting tokens. So that's something I got to do. Let's see. Not Shimkin. He's fine. Well, fuck it. We'll just do everybody. All right. Let's go back over here. Players. Okay. Clutch, prototype, and let's check his folder. SS Stone. Okay. So we got to grab his mini. Okay. What's a pain in the booty? Alright, so we'll go to Barrel and Bullet. Yeah, this was my solution to the How to Disguise, turning them into different stuff. Oh, you added me? Okay. Let's see. Alright. I don't know if it answers the question of can she see her dead parents. Here. This is great. Can she see the spirits of her dead parents? If so, what sort of role do they play in her life? Okay. Robot's thinking real hard about it. Going to school, getting a creative writing degree. The best $88,000 it's ever going to spend. No. Oh, strength through ancestral bonds. Okay, so it added this new... So here's some more stuff that it pooped out. Alright, cool. Okay. My brain's like all over the place. Alright, back to players. This is high noon, which we don't need. Here we go. Close this down. Go in here. Okay. So, who was who? This was Clutch. Okay. So, put that there. Technically, they're going to get new ones anyways, so I don't know why I'm grabbing these, because the hat's like recharged or whatever, but they're good for 24 hours, so I guess they need both. Yeah. Anyways. Alright, we'll go here. Throw that in there. Go back. Nope. Okay. And this is why we're not going to try to build layers tonight, because brain mush. Brain mashed potato. Okay. Throw this into Momo, and good. Alright, next one on the stack that we got to do is Grom. Grom is this big booby cowgirl. Okay. Alright. Go to the prototype. Go here. Go here. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. And perfect. Alright. Then Henry. Henry is this skinny redhead. Here we go. It has been fascinating to see the two completely different directions that the groups went, and the fact that they all chose violence. They are okay with killing, which is probably for the best. All right. Grab that. Go over here. Turn into a shifting token. Oof. Randomize. Punch it in. Update. Good. Alright. Jericho's turn. Alright. Jericho is this 1920s housewife reporter. Hey, that's just regular Jericho. That's weird. Okay. There's definitely something weird going on there. Hold on. Okay. We will have to track her down in the folder full of tokens. Apparently, killing's always on the table. Alright. I guess shout out if you see the token we're looking for. Some very, very small Where's Waldo that we're playing right now. I've got to add some more variety here. We got too many repeats in here. Not repeats, but I feel like we're going to see repeats out in the city. It is kind of weird that we can see it's a different token, but it's not giving us the address for that token. I think that's very strange. Man, you would think a lady in a hat would be easier to spot. But I guess they're all wearing hats. I don't know. Okay, what if we just ignore her and go over to Jetri? Alright. Jetri. There we go. Save. Okay. Prototype. Appearance. Okay. They also have one that's Goblin Mask on. Did I not save that one out? Let me see. Conti. Weird. All right. Well, we got the one here that we needed, so that's fine. All right. So now we got to figure out why Jericho is showing her actual token and not the person that she's supposed to be. So irksome. All right, let's go to the bank. Maybe it'll work over there. Yeah, it do like tropes. It do like tropes. But I do find it to be a very fun way to get things done, as it were. Help you kind of get past like any sort of like writing issues you might be having. It's just like, I don't know. I like it. I like it. All right. I don't know what to do. I can't find the right token for her. Okay. Scroll, scan, scroll. Cowboy hats everywhere. Hats, ladies in hats. Up we go. More people in hats. People in hats. Nope, nope. Almost. Damn. I cry. I really need to let it go, but like my brain's like, no, I refuse. It doesn't make any sense for her token to show one thing but be linked to another thing. Like, no sense at all. Ah, Founder. Alright. 63. Alright. Prototype, appearance. Let's see. Desktop. Got it. Ha! Ha! Defeated. It only wasted like 10 minutes of my prep. That's cool. It's great. So much fun. Alright. Okay. So, now that we have that very crucial thing taken care of, we're at the bank. And the bank... hold on, let me close this out. Page down. Alright. Reach for the sky. They are robbing the bank, just like in the book. Well, sort of. Now that they're... oh, God, come on. Alright, now that they're in the bank, they've sabotaged the robots. Byron is there. They punched Byron in the face. Things are getting real serious. And what's going to happen? So the manager's going to come out, and she's going to start shooting. These guys, these bank tellers, they don't got any guns on them. So they're going to just surrender. These guys, the gold tank investors, they are going to jump into combat, and they're going to start shooting. They got the back door. Looks like they left it open. Apparently they peeked in the bathroom. There's 2 gold tank brokers in here, but true to his word, Byron went ahead and powered those guys down, which is good. Now, there is a 5th one. It's not on the map, but my understanding was that there was a dozen of them. Half of them went out for repairs. So there would only be 6 there. Since there are 5 PCs, I'm going to add one in. And the one I'm going to add in is going to be in her office, and it's going to be one of the doggos. So I'm going to add that in. It is going to be a Clockwork Hunter, which is not nearly as strong as these gold tank brokers. They're going to get the key from her, I hope. And the alarm is going to be sounded, and then they're going to have a certain amount of time to get the money and get the hell out of there before the shield marshals arrive. The shield marshals are all pretty tough. So that would be, at this level, a gun marshal, which is a level 2. So I'm going to go ahead and throw out a couple of gun marshals here. They look exactly the same. Oh well. And then they're going to be riding on clockwork horses. Oops. We'll go ahead and put those guys out. So they're going to arrive on the scene. And then after they arrive on the scene, Loveless is going to arrive on the scene. Now Loveless, she's riding around a course on a Mega Raptor. Let's see. Where's the Mega Raptors at? There we go. Alright, so she's going to be riding on a Mega Raptor. They do not want to stick around if Loveless gets here. She's level 11. They're level 1. She will murder them, and they will die. So they have to get out of here within a certain amount of time. Oh shit, gotta remove those guys. Whoops, I meant to hide them. Okay. I don't know the exact timing of it. According to the adventure, I think it's like, I don't know, a minute or 2 minutes, after the alarm is sounded. You want to create the tension that's going to funnel them, because this is a linear railroad adventure. You want to funnel them into the next encounter. Some groups are going to be like, no way, we're going into a haunted scrapyard. We're going to try our best to get through the city. That's fine. I have a real big city map full of alleyways that they can go down and try to navigate to escape from the cops. Behold, it's beautiful and wonderful. It's also set up with roofs on an upper layer, but I didn't know until last Friday that I could set the height of that, so I'm going to do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Foreground elevation 20 feet. Yeah, that sounds good. So as people are making their way through, there's all these different side places you could go and places you could try to hide and all that. So if they decide not to do the scrapyard, there's plenty of things we could have them do here. We could run chase using these chase cards that we picked up, or we could just do random encounter, just make something up appropriate for their level. Anything to kind of add some pressure, trip them up, slow them down a little bit, make it feel tense, right, as they're being pursued by the authorities. Okay. Now, inside the bank, they come in, they got the bank entrance. Clockwork handlers there, they're powered down. The bank interior, you got the door at the back, you've got the merchants and all that. You got the gold tank investors jumping in on the encounter. Then you got the loan officers, which is, whatever. I'm going to make one of the investors a loan officer. Then we've got the break room. There's treasures in there that they could take, but they're just garbage for the most part. There is a bank vault. That's what they're trying to get into. It's kind of a pain in the ass to open. It was pointed out to me by Dr. Robin Zorro that picking a lock is actually 2 Pac-Mans per attempt, not 1. So a lock with 3 successes to open, at best, would take you 2 full rounds to open. So if there's 2 locks, that could be 6 or 4 rounds if there's 3 checks apiece. So that's why they want to get the keys. They just don't have the time, I think, to try to bust open this safe. So they're going to go ahead and fight the bank manager. The brokers in the vault, they're going to be down. The bank manager, she gets an extra clockwork because there's so many PCs compared to normal. If they open the vault box, there's a bunch of money in there. They could try to bamboozle Dunsmith, or they could be good criminals and turn it into their, their boss and then get their share of it. Urkham Dresch is a pretty tough lady. I have to actually know how to play Pathfinder. It didn't go so well for me Saturday morning, which is probably good for the player characters. But she has a lot of really cool attacks here and moves, very thematic for her. But I didn't actually Didn't actually use any of them very well. Anyways, that's it. There's not a lot going on in that fight. Afterwards, we try to funnel them into the back alley. This dingy cobblestone alley displays only traces of the once affluent nature of this neighborhood. The smell of refuse permeates the air. A weed-strewn yard behind the bank is enclosed by a chicken wire fence with razor-sharp coils of wire woven through the top. A small footpath to the north leads to the bank's side door. A path to the south leads to the junkyard, while the alley continues east and west. So ideally, they go to the Wailing Scrapyard. So 17 years ago, two dwarven sisters named Targa and Delilah Smithsong opened a scrapyard for reclaiming and reusing bits of broken machinery. The yard was successful for 5 years until disease took one of them. Grief destroyed the other sister, who wandered off into the mana waste, never to be seen again. Since its abandonment, investors and manufacturers around Alkenstar have continued to use the Smithsong scrapyard as a dumping ground for their failed experiments and destroyed constructs, creating towering heaps of discarded materials. Before long, a small society of gerblins who called themselves nail gobblers moved into neglected yard and began to organize the scrap. They cleaned what they could and started selling it back to citizens of Alkenstar to purchase food, clean water, and other supplies they couldn't salvage. For many years, the nail gobblers have been relatively successful. They've learned which parts of the yard to avoid and which parts sell valuable materials to gather. Other scavengers or treasure hunters have attempted to drive the nail gobblers away, but so far with little success. To deter their would-be usurpers from destroying their metaphorical kingdom of trash, they use traps and scare tactics to drive away longshanks and other troublemakers. To pull off their most famous and successful ruse, they use a crankbox device to make their voices sound loud and hollow. The resulting stories of wailing ghosts and mechanical spirits have given the scrapyard its current moniker, the Wailing Scrapyard, along with a dangerous reputation that deters anyone with an ounce of sense, so anyone but adventurers. Recently, a pack of monstrous gnolls, calling themselves the Sludge Spines, have made camp in the scrapyard, using the junk piles as a hideout from which to kidnap locals and murder them for sport. The nail gobblers are attempting to drive these killers out of the Wailing Scrapyard, but the best they've been able to manage so far is making the scrapyard difficult to traverse by setting up blockades to keep the gnolls contained. In the process of this conflict, the nail gobblers uncovered yet another disparate faction in the motley collection of junkyard dwellers, a band of malevolent fungus leshy who make bloody sacrifices of their captured victims. And I have to show you, because the map for this is so small, to have all of this shit happening in it is crazy. But it is what it is. What we could say is there's a distance to travel between each one, like each location. I could even go in with walls, and I could section each area off if I wanted to, and then just say that you travel from section to section. That's actually not a terrible idea. That's not a terrible idea at all. Shit, why don't we just do that real quick? All right. In that case, we'll go ahead and do this. There we go. And then we can section this off. There we go. And then we can section. Yeah, we should probably. That's a tough call. Yeah, I'll do like this. Yeah, that seems to work. There we go. And then this section over here. Cool. And then this section over here. And do this section right here. Well, I actually don't mind all this being one section. That's not too bad. Alright. Hopefully I didn't break too many things when I did that, because there's some like cool animated effects here and stuff, but I just want to sort of segregate it out so they're not pulling like the entire scrapyard on themselves like all at once. Maybe something like this could work. Yeah. Alright, we'll read the adventure and see. Alright, Hazardous walls. Unless otherwise noted, the piles of scrap that make up the walls require a DC 20 athletics check to climb. On a failure, you make no progress and you take slashing damage. On a piece of jagged metal, on a critical, you take 2d4 slashing damage, fall to the ground, and you get tetanus, which is a thing in Pathfinder. That's unfortunate. The piles are generally 10 feet high, but rise. You can actually get vaccinated for tetanus in this game. It's interesting. The piles are generally 10 feet high, but rise 20 feet or 30 feet in some areas. Nail gobblers are used to climbing these piles and always get 1 degree of success better on their athletics checks to climb. Good for them. The following locations correspond to the map of the Whaling Scrapyard. So, test dummy. Where are you, buddy? Hop on in, my friend. Alright. So you can see, test dummy, this really cool crane. And then area B1. Tower of trash. Piles of discarded scrap, wood, metal, and other garbage mark the edge of the path leading north into the scrapyard. Several bits of debris have recently collapsed into the entrance. Just west, a veritable tower of piled refuse wobbles precariously. The path opens to the north and east into the scrapyard, or exits to the south into an alley between 2 buildings, whence you came. Shouts and whistles can be heard coming from the direction of the Gold Tank Reserve to the south. Alright, so there's a mysterious ally here named Gomac, which was kind of neat because we got to introduce Gomac ahead of schedule because the party goblin kind of came here and checked this area out. When the characters arrive in this area, Wayward Nail Gobbler hails them. Hey, Longshanks, he calls down, hopping wildly to get their attention. Shield marshals following you. Collapse the tower. The goblin points towards the towering pile of debris next to the scrapyard's entrance, gestures for the characters to knock it down somehow. This is Gomac. He was lounging in his usual spot when he noticed the party coming to the scrapyard. He says, fuck the police. For some reason, he has a good feeling about the party, and he's decided to help them. To collapse the tower of trash and block the shield marshal's path of pursuit, each character must attempt one of these checks. With 2 successes, the party successfully brings down the tower of debris, blocking the entrance. Is there a magic button I hit that, like, makes it get collapsed? Let me see. Mysterious ally. Ooh. The entrance to the scrapyard is covered in debris, put there by nail gobblers. Oh, that's unfortunate. Glad I read that. Okay. Let's see. Dangerous terrain, the entrance to the scrapyard. Yeah. There it was. Okay. I skipped right to Mysterious Ally because it seemed more cool. Alright. As the characters topple the pile of junk, they see Deputy Lovelace, a tall, tan-skinned Vorinoi elf? With gunmetal blue hair, blah, blah, blah. She's turning the corner in the alley, chasing after them, accompanied by several shield marshals. Deputy Lovelace draws a rifle and fires in one fluid motion, targeting one of the characters. But her bullet ricochets off and hits the goblin right in the face. Beautiful. Once the debris settles, she shouts from the other side of the rusty scrap heap, I'm coming after you. I always hit my target. After I'm done with you, there won't be enough of your lead-pocked body left to identify. Do you hear me? You're paying for crossing Muglin. Paying in blood. Okay. The characters can shout back over the scrap, but eventually the pile shifts as a couple of shield marshals try and fail to climb over the pile. The tumbling tower has bought the characters some time, but they still need to press on to evade the shield marshals. Alright. It's possible the characters keep running from the shield marshals and don't knock over the tower of trash. In this event, Gomek gives them a little hand and throws a makeshift bomb at the tower because, again, this is a linear railroad adventure, and no matter what you do, it's going to happen exactly how we wrote it. Fuck yeah. In the past dozen years, the Nail Gobblers have established themselves as the de facto owners of the scrapyard, now dubbed the Whaling Scrapyard, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to give me the same information over and over again, guys. Until recently, they made a pretty good living searching through discarded machinery, sludge-spine moles, broken their decade-long peace, taking extreme measures to defend their encampment. Lord Glass, head of the Nail Gobblers, leads the community. He took power after the last leader perished, demonstrating his own invention, a steam-powered backpack designed to grant its user flight, which he flew and exploded like a beautiful firework. That's great. Oh, Lord Glass, you look so good. When the characters arrive, a gaggle of nail gobblers surround them, curious about their origins. They take them to Lord Glass, and Lord Glass gives them a quest. You can pass through here, but you must promise to kill the Sludge Spine leader. Nice. The characters have a chance to talk to Lord Glass, clearing up what they want. What do you want us to do? What do you think we know about this already? Oh my god. All these things that they might say. Alright. A large winch-driven crane towers over the piles of discarded machinery. The crane's base is totally entrenched in debris, and rust pits its arm. In the crane's cockpit, the control panel has been removed, exposing gears and mechanisms behind the foot pedals and long levers. A wall of debris looms to the south, extending east and west. The open stone of the north is flooded with oily water. The crane was originally built and used by the Smithsong sisters to move large pieces of junk. Since the departure, it has fallen to disrepair. The nail gobbler inventor Monsi knows how to make it work. She removed the panel some time ago and didn't bother replacing it, figuring if she could see the gears, she could tell what each lever does. Monsi and the other Gerblins occasionally use the crane to move large pieces of junk around. They most recently used it to knock down a teetering airship hull and reposition a huge steel box, blocking the gnolls to the north from having a direct route to their camp. Unfortunately, these obstacles have also made it more difficult for them to rescue Monsi from the gnolls, I guess. Monsi and the other nail gobblers have something of a truce with an infestation of cockroaches in the crane's main housing. The nail gobblers, usually Monsi, feed the cockroaches and leave them alone. Occasionally, they munch on a few of the bugs as a snack. Since Monsi has gone missing, the goblins neglected to feed them, and now they are hungry and aggressive. I guess if they use animal handling, they will take the food and leave. That's what I'll say. Using the crane. Once the cockroaches have been destroyed or dispersed, they can use the crane to move any large object within 80 feet, including the giant steel box, blocking the path to the east, but not the airship to the north, which tumbled out of range when they knocked it over. The party can also use the crane to lift the grate in the center of the rust pond, allowing the rusty water to drain. To operate the crane, a creature must succeed at a DC 15 athletics or engineering to work the finicky levers. Athletics to operate a crane. Okay. If you say so. Let's see. Cockroach swarm. All of that. We got B1, B2, B3, B4. Is there a button I can hit? Using the crane, the character uses the rags and create a canvas, displacing it. Oh, so if I hit that button, does it... Oh, it drains the rust pool. That'll be fun. And then 5. They can move the steel box. Oh, baby. Okay. 15 minutes till the game. Shit. All right. So let's see. Monsi's workshop low. Several benches constructed from stacked crates. In this quaint area, goblin inventor named Monsi created wonderful things for fellow narrow gobblers. She repaired 2 clockwork hunters, a program to protect her and her people. Lost in her enthusiasm, though, she chose the words poorly, and they kill everything except goblins. That'll be fun. The moment she realized her mistake, she ducked to avoid one of the hunter's crossbows, then crawled into a storage crate under one of her workbenches. She's been hiding there for days, surviving on a single jar of pickled worms and the occasional rat. Well, that's fun. Okay. And then we got the derelict airship. This is a haunt. Lonely machine spirit. What's a magnificent dirigible? Harpy's kiss is scrawled on faded black paint on the side. Like a flagship of junk that could be seen across the neighborhood. When the gobblers got desperate, they enacted a plan to lure the gnolls into a path of junk and push the airship on top of them. The plan succeeded in knocking down the airship, but its slide to the bottom was a languid affair, allowing the gnolls plenty of time to retreat. They've climbed over it a few times since, but for the time being opted to ignore the nail gobblers. The nail gobblers have largely avoided the airship because they know of its inhabitant, a ghost. Squealing, grinding sound. The ghost is the airship's own machine spirit, the very essence of the vessel given spiritual form. The airship's captain and talented pilot named Farah Winslow held her ship in such high regard that she practically treated it like a living partner. In turn, Harpy's kiss was imbued with the captain's powerful psychic energy, to the point that the engine manifested what some would call a spirit. A character who succeeds at Alkenstar lore, well, that's okay, or piloting lore, Can remember hearing that the pilot named Farrah Winslow commanded a ship called the Harpy's Kiss. When Winslow her airship was first destroyed, the second engine instilled in it became corrupted and eventually transformed into a haunt. Now the machine spirit of Harpy's Kiss violently lashes out at anyone who doesn't show it the love and adoration it once garnered. The spirit's weakened considerably, overcome with emotion. If a creature speaks the name of the ship, its grief is even greater if it hears the name of its dear old captain. Once the lonely machine spirit is placated or destroyed, the characters can attempt to reactivate the engine to move the ship out of the way. Despite the recent incarnation as a haunt, crafting or engineering lore while tinkering with the engine gets it working long enough for the large propellers in the back of the ship. The propellers strike the dirt and cause the ship to skip forward. The entire thing flops off of the thing, clearing a 10-foot wide passageway, just like a video game. Move the Harpy's Kiss. You can click on the macro to move it. Love it. All right. Area. I guess I should be reading the notes on the map because they actually tell me if there's something special I need to know about on the map. They also seem to kind of cut some of the bullshit out. B8, Sludge Spine Camp. Tattered and worn, canvas tents, blah, blah, blah. Family of murderous gnomes, the Sludge Spines, establish their camp here out of sight of law enforcement. They leave a scrapyard via the sewer entrance, which they conduct expeditions on the outskirts of the city to hunt for victims. Their travels through the sewer have allowed them to make a crude map to various locations, and their leader in Area 10 carries the map. Creatures, the mutations, they got vestigial limbs, weeping pustules, misplaced sensory organs from going into the mana waste so much. They're aggressive towards anyone who is a part of the clan, and they delight in depravity and violence. Each of them carries exactly 12 silver on them, like a video game. In Area 9, the Fungus Patch, the walls of trash lining the scrapyard are overgrown with dense green mold, bulging mushrooms. This is the third faction, and these guys are somewhat rowdy. Let's see. They've gotten fed up with so many tall folk trampling through their territory, no goblin otherwise. And they just want to fight. Okay. Like a video game. So we got the Fungus Patch, Weak Fungal Leshies, and Followers of Shumfollow. Optional encounter. If the characters are in bad shape or the party is ready to move on and be done with the Wailing Scrapyard, skip this encounter. Just make the Fungal Patch empty, but it's still difficult terrain. Nah, dog, it's fine. The sewer entrance. Rolling out like a literal video game boss, is the boss of the Gnolls. And she wants to fight to the death, like a video game. Then you enter the sewers. Dun 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 dun, and that's it. That's it. That's part one. All right. So they follow the sewers and the map back, and they get their money. Everybody gets 25 gold. I thought she promised them 50 gold. Shit. 25 gold each. She wants her Hat of Disguises back. She'll let them keep them for 15 gold each. She definitely takes her Bag of Holding back. Oh, wait. She lets the party keep the Bag of Holding. Man, okay. Alright. She answers some questions. She tells them that they can now become secret agents. Well, that's fun. Okay. Now that we have the general sense of these 15 encounters that all take place in this one area, kind of come over here, and then you keep moving, and you get to this area. Or you could go over here to Gerblin Land. Nice. Alright, so what we could do is we can make this just this piece right here. We'll make it a secret door. And then we could just open it as they're exploring. Kind of open the map up. That's an idea. Just make them secret doors. And then it opens up and reveals more of the dungeon. Yeah, I'm into that shit. Okay. This gets moved up out of the way. We would make this one a door as well. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we'll make this a door. Cool. And then let's see. Oh, there's just a hissing sound. Don't like that. They go over here. They fight robots. They go over here. There's sad baby ghost, baby princess ghost. They do some ukabuki magic, and they get this open, and they travel through. And then immediately they're in Null Land. Not sure how I feel about that. So let's see. We'll go ahead and bring this over to here. There we go. And we'll make this also a door. Cool. So they walk for a little ways, and then they get to here. All right, cool. So we could do like, like that. There we go. And that will be a door as well. And then they go across here, and they got all this. And then this will be a door. I'm going to cut it right there. Awesome. Okay, so now we have it segregated out a little bit so that there's some reasonable deniability that all of these encounters wouldn't just pull on top of each other, which I like that a lot more. And we didn't have to make a bunch of separate maps either, so that worked out really well. 5 minutes till game. I guess we should do announcements. Let me also boot up our notes. Let's see. UA GM notes. There we go. Okay. So according to our notes here, we got our name generator. Oh, we need our level ups. So where's book 1? There should be a big old thing that's there it is, book 1. All right, book 1, Punks in the Powder Keg. The characters start at level 1. The characters become level 2 after they return from the bank heist. Oh shit, so all of this is happening at level 1. Good to know. Alright, now that I've confirmed that for myself, we will do the announcements. Tomorrow night, we got Cyberpunk Red, and we got Abomination Vaults. Wednesday, we got more Pathfinder 2. Might not be starting until a little bit later than normal. Thursday, we got Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday, we're going to do a vodcast about upcoming changes to the World Patch document for 5e. Saturday morning, we got more Outlaws. Saturday night, I got Curse of Strahd Classic. Sunday, we've got Curse of Strahd Daybreak. And then Sunday night, we got Mythic Odyssey. And then Monday, we'll be back here. Always lots of games going on, always lots of things to do. If you're not on the Discord, hit me up on Discord for an invite, and I will see you guys next time.